Do you ever feel like things were clingy? Together feels like the body horror version of a commitment phobe's worst nightmare. In the same way that The Substance dissected our obsession with beauty ideals, layering its commentary with critiques of Hollywood, aging, and gender dynamics, Together attempts to tackle fear of intimacy and long-term relationships through a similarly grotesque lens. The difference here is The Substance came with layers of thematic subtext. Together, by comparison, is far more straightforward, and that's not necessarily a bad thing. What Together lacks in complexity, it more than makes up for. In its sharp timing, there are times where I genuinely didn't know I needed that laugh release, but this movie provides it a few times that I'm genuinely shocked by. The practical effects are gory as hell, and somewhere, I'm sure Cronenberg is smiling. He's not dead. To round it out, the jump scares are quite effective, surprisingly so. This film leans into the gore with gusto, which, if you're into that kind of stuff, this is right there for you. And its sense of humor is refreshingly well placed. It knows when to be funny and when to twist the knife, sometimes both at the same time. And that's quite a tricky balance. The makeup and effects work are top tier, giving the film something of a visceral texture that really sells the horror. That being said, it doesn't quite have the visual flair or the style that something like The Substance does. That often looked like a hyper-stylized, twisted perfume commercial from hell. Together feels a bit more grounded, a bit more raw, and maybe a bit less ambitious in its visual language. Still, it's the kind of movie that makes for a hell of a date night, if not just for the romance and the subtext, then definitely for the ride home, the what the hell did we just watch? Those conversations on the ride home should be interesting if you're going to this on a date. So for Together, I give it a solid 3 out of 5 stars. If this is the direction body horror is going in, we're in good shape.